Hello everyone, welcome to the how to use your Labubu and customize it. I've provided two file types, a high res and a low res. The low res is good as model items. So if you want to load your model as an item, I will show you how to do that. But first, we're going to go through the texture atlas, how to edit it. I've provided sliders as well if you are not able to do the edit the texture atlas. I have added sliders and I will go over that as well. This is going to be a mini tutorial. Hopefully it's less than 5 or 10 minutes. I'm bad at editing, so bear with me. What we got here is a PSD. We have PSDs with all of our model stuff. So in the file here, we have a texture atlas and three separate textures that I've already edited. So we'll open the PSD here. So the PSD has some notes about what the things are, certain things are, and it has the 3 different textures as well. So you can see kind of where you need to draw inside of to edit the textures. For example, the textures of all the little patterns, you just have to fit it in this square. So we have some aliens here. We have sparkles, as long as you keep it inside this square, you'll be okay. And as long as it's not touching other layers, you'll be okay. If it's going outside, that's fine. But it has to be inside here. And that's how you'll change your thing there. You could change colors, different colors. The main thing is that I've provided the teeth to be one layer, so you can color it depending on how you want your model to look. I do have sliders though with masks so that you could color the teeth, 3 of the teeth individually, which I will go over in VTube Studio after I show you this stuff. So this is the texture atlas. This is the notes about what you might not understand what is what. So we have the nose here. Toes are there. I unfortunately didn't put all the toes together, but there's another toe here. This is the eye highlight. This is the nose highlight, ears, and the rest is pretty straightforward what it is. You can change the color of your Labubu's face if you want. I didn't make sliders just because I'm lazy and this is free. I've provided the texture atlas so you can, and different types, so you can kind of see what I'm doing. An easy way to change your texture atlas is to select one of these. We'll hide this, so I'll copy paste just so that we can keep that. You can select with like the lasso tool all of this part of the texture and deselect this here. You could go edit, and you could do this in Photoshop and stuff, but this is Clip Studio. You could go gradient map and you can change the texture colors with a gradient map. So you can, if you have gradient maps downloaded, you could download different gradient maps and change it this way, or you could paint your own, whatever you want to do. This is just the fluff of it all. Underneath we have just a base color is pink. I've added sliders for some of it. I've added for the arms and stuff. I'll go over that. But this is the basic texture. Keep this PSD on your file if you want to make different kinds of edits to the texture atlas. I'm not providing the Live2D files, just the texturing files. You'll be able to edit the PSD or the texture or whatever. So when you want to edit it, make sure that you save whatever you got somewhere on your thingy. I have them outside here, and then if you want to change your texture, let me show you how to do this in VTube Studio. All right, now that you have whatever textures you want, what you'll want to do is, I have them saved out here too, so you don't have to worry about overriding this one. So what you'll do is whatever texture you have, you're going to Control C it. You're going to go into here. You're going to Control V it. You're going to delete this one, but you're going to rename your texture the same. This is texture _00. So we're going to delete this one. We're going to call this one, instead of texture _sunset, we're calling it 00. Make sure you make it 00 or it won't work. We're going to go into VTube Studio. You're going to go over to fix white outlines. So you'll have the model loaded. I have the model loaded. I just literally dragged it in. So it's the same thing. I'm going to fix white outlines, go okay, and now it's loaded. The new texture's here. Yay! If you want to do it the other way, I would recommend at least changing your pattern It's very easy, even if you don't know how to paint or draw. I would still recommend going into Clip Studio here and just deleting this area here and putting some sort of pattern, whatever you want. It could be a meme image, it could be whatever, right? It's gonna cover your model. Or if you just want to do sliders, so what I've provided, some sliders. So what you'll do is you'll go to the expression editor, you'll create a new expression, and we have all the sliders here to choose from. I'm gonna provide two. They're the exact same. One's a higher res, one's a lower res. So if you have a worse computer, you want the lower res because it's half the resolution of the texture atlas. I'll just go back to the original one just so you guys know. Now I'm back to this one. You want to customize your model. You could do it two ways. I have sliders, and you could do it through via customize model. So with the customized model, customize multiply screen color for art meshes. So all I have to do is select that, and I've named everything, and when you hover over it, when you click this little eye icon, you'll start lighting up a bit. So you can see how my stuff is lighting up. That tells you what it is, but I've also named stuff. You could search arm 2 and say you want it to be a different color, right? Then you can copy, you could go okay. You want the screen to be something else, go okay. Right? Okay, and then I would want to go fluff hand, I think is what it's called. You could do this with all of them. Fluff hand. Which one is this one? Wrong one. So we want the other one. Fluff hand 2, right? Click that. You go place last. Go okay. Paste last screen layer. Okay, and now it's the same. You have different patch colors for your thing. Or that takes a while. That takes a freaking while. So I have created some sliders, certain sliders. So you could go custom, or you could go to your over here, expression editor, create new expression. You can change your nose color or the nose dark, how dark it, like how saturated it is. This is darker. This is making it lighter again. You could change the teeth color. I've made it so that the teeth are in tooth. You could do 3 individual teeth. Tooth color here. This tooth changes. And then one more tooth. So you could do different colors that way. Or you could do the multiply screen thing. But I wouldn't recommend doing that for the teeth just because I did it with sliders. I did it with masks. If you did it just with the teeth, it would change every single tooth. So you could do that if you want, but I did it in a way like that. We could change the iris color. You could change the iris brightness. So it could be more pastel-y. We got the eye sparkle colors could be changed. We got the pattern opacity. You change the pattern opacity. The texture color is all this on the outside. And then the texture opacity is the color kind of thing. If you have this at 100, say opacity, the color doesn't really show through. So that's when you took it like this, and then you could change the color kind of. You could change the head brightness too. You could change the ear color. You could change the other ear. You could change the arm, and you could change the other arm and the brightness of that too. And then the rest is physics, I think. So don't touch those. Yeah, don't touch those. So these are all the parameters you could change. I haven't added legs. So just go into, just do it via multiply. Make sure you save it. Don't do what I just did. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope you have fun editing your little guy. Okay, bye! Really quick, I'm going to show you how to make your model an item. All you have to do is click item settings. Load current model as Live2D item. This will copy it into the item folder. And there you go. You go save. Yes. Okay. And that's it. And then you can throw it out. Make sure you do this with the low resolution one if you're having problems or it's lagging, because I don't want you to lag. Okay? Make sure you do it with the low res. That's why they're both available. But if you just want to be a Labubu, high res is recommended so that you can zoom in on your face. Right now I'm low res, so you can't see. Let me change really fast. I see the high res is better. Up close, as you can see. Okay, bye. Labubu, 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 Labubu.